Welcome to Java Forum. Now we are going to see how to install .NET Core 2.1 long-term support edition on Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8. So .NET Core is free to use from Microsoft. So let us see how to install from zip archive. So I have already downloaded .NET Core. So these are the .NET Core files. So we are not going to install all of them. So I am going to install this tar.gzip file, especially for Linux. So I have provided the download link in the description of this video. Please go through the description of this video before you proceed to the installation. So make sure that you have enough hard disk space. Okay, so before we proceed to install, we are going to check the dependencies. So I am checking the dependencies that should be already installed. So KRB5, libs and libicu, OpenSSL. So here in Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8, OpenSSL is 1.1.1, so which is higher than previous version of Red Hat Linux, and zlib. So these four dependencies are essential to run .NET Core. And one more thing, we need to install Compat OpenSSL. So in case of any OpenSSL compatibility issue, this Compat OpenSSL library will deal on that. So I am installing Compat OpenSSL also. So this is only for Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8 series. So I am checking whether it is installed or not. So this is the command to check that Compat OpenSSL is installed or not. Yes, it's installed here. Okay. So please go through the documentation. So I have provided the link for documentation regarding the installation of dependencies. So make sure that these dependencies are installed. KRB5lib, libicu, OpenSSL, and zlib. Okay, now let us go to /opt directory. So I am going to install .NET Core on /opt directory. So I am creating one directory called .NET, and I am creating one more directory called .NET apps. So now I come inside .NET directory. I am creating one folder called 2.1. So I am going to install .NET Core 2.1 in this 2.1 folder. Okay, now let us open this .NET Core 2.1 tar.gzip file. So these are the contents. So I am going to extract to /opt/.NET/2.1. Click the extract button. Yes, that's it. Extraction is completed. So this is the directory structure of .NET Core 2.1. So it contains ASP.NET Runtime and .NET Runtime. It supports C# language, ASP.NET. Windows applications are not supported in .NET Core. All web app type applications are supported in .NET Core. web app and console applications. So GUI applications related to forms, those applications are not supported in .NET Core Linux. So only work on Windows. Okay, so now what I'm doing, now I'm going to edit the bash profile of the current user. So I'm going to add that .NET Core 2.1 path to the bash profile so that it will be available across the system. So save the bash profile. Now you open the terminal to check whether .NET Core is available in terminal or not. Okay, now I open the terminal. Source.bash underscore profile will load the latest settings in bash profiles. .NET version will give you the .NET version installed. .NET list SDK will give you the list of SDKs. .NET list runtimes will give you the what are the runtimes installed in .NET Core 2.1. So .NET Core 2.1 installation is successful. So this is a very simple step. So from tar.gz file I have extracted to /opt directory. Then I have set the path variable. Then finally I executed the .NET command. So very simple step. So now what I am going to do, I am going to .NET apps directory. Here I am creating one more directory 2.1. So in this directory I am going to create the applications for .NET Core 2.1. Okay, now I back to the terminal. cd/opt .NET apps 2.1. Yes. So now I am in .NET apps directory 2.1. So now I am going to create one simple console application. So this is the command to create a simple console application. So this is a C# application. Yes, so I have created a simple console application. So this is the name of that application. So okay, this is the directory structure and the files created. Now I'm adding some extra lines. So I'm going to print hello world. Okay, if you are expert in C# means you can modify and add extra lines to the program. So now I am going to run this simple console application. .NET run. That's it. So this will runs the program.cs which is generated by .NET Core. So you can see that hello world is printed successfully. So very simple step to run the console application. So this is a C# application. So C# is supported in Linux platforms now. So that is a very great news. Okay, now back to the .NET apps /2.1 directory. Now I am going to create one simple web application. So this simple web application contains ASP.NET Core files. So this is a command used to create a simple web application without SSL. Note down this command. So this command will create one directory which contains all JavaScript, HTML files, JavaScript framework. Yes, this is the directory structure of the web application which I have created now. So you can see that pages directory contains HTML pages. Yeah, www-root contains lib directory, many things. So it contains jQuery and Bootstrap framework. Also you can see that C# files are generated. If you are expert in modifying C# file means you can modify accordingly. So two C# file I can able to see it's created. One is startup and another one is program.C# file. So this is a basic ASP.NET Core application, Core Web App, ASP.NET Core Web App application. Okay, now I am going to run this ASP.NET Core Web App application. So I am going inside that web app directory. Simply type .NET watch run. So this will start the ASP.NET Core application on the port 5000. So internally .NET Core is having the web server, so that will run this ASP.NET Core application. So I am opening the browser, typing localhost 5000. So this is the home page of ASP.NET Core 2.1 application which I have created, web application. So you can modify the HTML pages, JavaScript, whatever you want. So this is the way we need to run ASP.NET Core. So these are the request and response printed in the console. .NET watch run. So that will run the ASP.NET Core application. So simply press Ctrl+C to exit. So finally I conclude that .NET Core 2.1 installation on Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8 is successful. Make sure that you have created two separate directories, one for framework, one for application.